Well, folks, we are back. This is Board Bob with Factorio Modded, and we're going to set about building some of our last required factories this time around. We're going to first thing we're going to do is we're going to put a green circuit factory here. We only right now, if you look on the map, we're only making it in 2 places. And we're gonna need a lot more green circuits as time goes. So we're gonna do that, and then right after that, we're going to do a location for batteries, a location for blue chips, and a location for speed module 1s. And that will give us everything we need for our yellow science. So then we can build a yellow science plant up here. In the meantime, I'll show you this real quick. In the last video, we talked about the flow control mod and what I saw as the usefulness of it and whatnot. And off camera, I went ahead and did a few things to kind of get some things going. For one thing, our our coal mine down here is just about played out. I mean, there's not much left here. So what I did is I went on over here and grabbed this 4 million coal patch here and mined it and sent it over. So now it is feeding into our coal line. The other thing I did, like I say, I'm not going to expand the walls any, but I kind of felt that given this location and its proximity to 2 separate walls, I did not think the biters were going to come up here and make it all the way up to this oil plot. It's pretty unlikely. So I went ahead and I tapped into this oil resource right here because we have started getting a little low on our oil. In fact, our crude tanks were pretty much empty. Now, as you can see, now they are pretty close to being full. The reason they are not full is because of this. What I did is I went ahead and I set up a huge area of bulk tanks. Now, as you can see, we've got some sulfuric acid and some lubricant, and we're gonna regulate this lubricant because I have a feeling that this is gonna fill up pretty quickly and convert a lot of our other oil into lubricant. We don't want to have that happen. But what I did do is I put our overflow valve and our top-up valve into play. So what happens essentially is when our lubricant up here fills up to the 80% mark, which is 20K, which is where we stand right now, it's not going to overfill, so it's not going to prevent our refineries from operating, because of course lubricant, we need heavy oil, so the heavy oil won't overfill, not that we have any right now, because we're just producing too much. We're going to shut at least one of these down. Later we'll probably regulate them with circuits. But anyway, so this won't completely fill up. At the 80% mark, it will transfer down into these tanks, and if it gets below the 80% mark, this valve will open up, allowing this pump to operate, and it'll pump it back up there and back into those tanks and refill those tanks to the 80% mark. Same thing down here, and we've got it for basically all 6 of our different flavors of fluid. Of course, the only thing we're not doing it for is water, because there's no sense in that. But yeah, we've got them all set up now. See, now we're getting the crude oils coming down here, and it's going to start filling in these tanks. Now, like I say, this one and this one, I'm probably going to regulate these through the logistic network to turn on and turn off different things, because I don't want to over process my other excuse me, my other fluids and bring them to a point where I don't have any. Because that's the whole point of this, is to give us an overflow space, but at the same time give us more bulk storage. So anyway, so we've got this going. I ran in my extra coal, and I threw down a couple of more chem plants in order to make more plastic. I threw down one more refinery simply because I had it in hand. I figured I made it, I might as well use it. So it's in place as well. I turned off my heavy to light and my light to petroleum gas cracking because we really don't need them at this point. We've got pretty good production coming out of it through our refineries themselves. So that's basically what I did. And then I went around and I cleaned up some miners, you know, the discontinued miners, etc., etc. So that's what we got going there. I just wanted to show you guys that real quick because like I said, I was going to start putting those valves to use. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here and we're going to set up a factory for green circuits, and then we're going to set up one for blue circuits and one for batteries, and one for speed module number ones. So let's go ahead and grab our blueprints, and we want our single line blueprint because we only need copper wire and steel plate. And let's put it, kind of line it up. Yeah, that'll work right there, and there we go. So let our robots do their thing. Actually, let's leave this down here. One of the things I did down here to facilitate this is, as you can see, this is a very sharp corner. I needed the room to run these pipes, so that's the reason for that there. Now, again, we run into the same problem we had before. This blueprint is set up for assembly machine ones and belts. So as soon as we get this laid out, we're going to make a copy of this. We're going to make a new blueprint using our red technology, so that we don't have this issue yet again. Alright, there we go. There's that. I should have done it the last time, and I did not. So we'll just do it this time. And I could do it this time. I could just go ahead and pick this up and then make a copy of the other one. But, you know, we're already halfway through it, so why not just go ahead and finish it up? So we are getting down to the end of creating our basic infrastructure here for pretty much everything. I mean, we've almost got all of the necessary items automated at this point. We have some minor things we need to do, like rail lights and things like that. But for the most part, all of our big stuff is set up. We need to do robots, of course. We need to do rail lights, and a few other things like that. But yeah, we're cooking right along here, folks. Oops. Alright, so that's everything. Now, before I go any further, let me do this. Yes. And we will put that in our book so we have both of them. There we go. Now we have one set up with all the faster stuff. We're going to keep our other one so that at the beginning of the game, you know, we're okay, but we're going to keep this one as well. So now we need we're making green circuits. Let's set this up for green circuits. There we go. So now we need iron plates and we need copper wire. So copper wire is being made right here, which is why I chose to do it where I did. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to cut off of this right here. And we're going to swing this back around. Oops. See, this is something you got to be careful of. I do this a lot. I wish there was a way to prevent it, other than just being vigilant. And because sometimes I hit keys inadvertently while I'm running around and potentially hit the wrong key and, you know, screw myself up kind of thing. So bring this over under the copper, and then what I think we're going to do is I think we are going to, which direction is that flowing? That's flowing up. Okay, good. So we're going to do this, break this right here, and we're going to bring that direction, put that right there, bring it up one more, I guess, bring it over here, and right to there. And now we're in business. Come back here. Right. Now we just need power. Where's our power? Over there. Well, you know what? Let's tap off of over here. No sense not. Right? There we go. Now we're once again in the green circuit business. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to bring it over here. And I could have probably moved this around, but we're down to the end here. We're not scraping the barrel for room anymore, as much as we were at one point. And we'll tap that into there. There we go. So now we've got a supplemental supply of green circuits going into our main bus line. So that will help to make up for any losses that we incur. So now, blue circuits. Let's talk about blue circuits. For blue circuits, we need sulfuric acid. So we're going to have to bring sulfuric acid up. And the same thing goes for batteries. Batteries, we need sulfuric acid as well. Now for the blue circuits, we also need red circuits. So I think what we're going to do is we're probably going to do batteries here, and then red circuits and then blue circuits above it. That'll give us the opportunity to tap into this red circuit line. So let's set up for our batteries first. So now for batteries, we need iron plate, copper plate, and sulfuric acid. So in essence, we're going to need this blueprint that we just set up yet again, which is nice because now we just finally corrected it to a yeah, an up-to-date version of it. And I don't know that that's it. That's not the right one. Where is it? Why is it not here? I know I put it in there. There it is. It was there. All right, so we are going to need copper plate and iron plate, and then we're going to need to bring in sulfuric acid. So I want to give myself a little bit of room down here so I can bring in some pipes for this, and then I can run my pipes up between my factories, hook all my factories up, and bada bing bada boom, there we go. So I think, yeah, it looks okay right there. Let's put them to work. One of the things we're going to do is we're going to chop off part of that belt. We don't need it to be that long. Let these guys finish building this up. Why didn't you put one down yet? Okay, I guess because you're busy. There. Is that everything? That looks like everything. Alright, come back to me, my little robot friend. Alright, the only thing that's not we're missing some poles, and that's okay, because I think I'm going to take these poles out anyway. And the reason I'm taking these poles out is because we are going to run our fluids up between these, and the poles will be in the way of doing that. So we're gonna do this first. We'll get our plate and stuff over here first, and then we will worry about bringing our fluid up. So we need equal amounts of copper and iron, so we can bring that over as a single line. So let's do this. All right, we tapped onto this one, but we tapped onto it before the balancer, so we should be okay to tap onto it again after the balancer. So if we do this, right, and let's come up a little further. We want to be generally lined up with this. So we do here and we do here. What we should be able to do. Where's our belts? You know what? Let's move that up there. We don't need it now. And put that there. There we go. What we should be able to do is this right here. And bring this right there. Oops. Said it a number of times and I still continue to do it. Mostly because, you know, forgetful. Alright, so now that will give us that. If we get rid of that for a second, we can turn that one that way, turn that one that way, and put that one in. There we go. And that should, yep, there we go. So now we're good to go there. So now let's think about our fluid connection. Right? So first what we want to do is we want to tell this, oh wait a minute. Oh, this is batteries, my bad. My bad, batteries. Where's batteries? Oh, is batteries got to be made in... Yeah, got to be made in I'm an idiot. I'm stupid. Alright. Well, let's see. Do we have any chemical plants? No, we don't have any chemical plants. Can we make some chemical plants? We can make 7. Alright, well, we'll have to rethink this layout maybe even. We'll see. Hopefully not. Hopefully we can kind of finagle this and sit them in a different direction, you know, and side feed them, because they're just whatchamacallit's going in. So we got to pick these up anyway. Let's pick them up while we're waiting. I think we're still okay. I think we can pull this off. We will see soon enough. So 7, what do we need to get some more? We need iron plate, or steel plate. So let's grab some steel plate. But what else do we need? We also need green gears and pipe. The only thing we don't have really access to is the pipe, but that's okay. We can make pipe. There, we'll just have it make those as well. Alright, so now let's see if we can finagle this in here. Right, so if we do here, and we do here, let's see what that looks like. If we tell this we're going to make batteries, and we tell this we're going to make batteries, right? We'll be putting our iron and our copper in, and we'll be getting our batteries out. So I think that will work, because then we can put a pipe here and we can elbow it all the way up. I think this is actually going to work pretty good. We'll have to make a blueprint of this, just because. Now obviously this last one we're not hooking up a sister unit to it, but that's okay. We need what? 1, 2, 3, 6 more, right? 6 more. What do we need? Of course we need iron plate, or steel plates. Not a problem. Oh, we're still making some. Alright, well, we'll wait. Get up there. Alright, there we go. So now we got them, right? And we should have, no, probably not, because we just used them up making that stuff. Let's, 5, 10, 15, 25, 30, 35, 44, 50. Pipe. There we go. So now if we put, theoretically, if we put a pipe between each of these, oops, except that one. And that one there, and that one there. Yeah, more than it's every other one. So then we want to pipe basically here, 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 and here, and then elbows. And I skipped this one because this inserter is in our way, but that's okay. We'll be just fine. And then we'll determine where we come out with this afterwards. There we go. And at this point, we should have every single battery we should ever need. Now the question becomes, where is it down here? It's over here. So that means this side is closer. So we'll run right up there from both of them. And I say both of them because we're also going to ultimately run up this way for our blue circuits as well. Now I'm going to leave that disconnected until we've got this run and we know where we want to go, because I don't want to have to redo all of these pipes. And we may have to redo some anyway, simply because we're coming down here across our railroad line. But, you know, oops. Of course we are. Why wouldn't we be out of pipe? Always out of something, aren't we? I gotta get robots up and running. I really do. So that we can not have to run back here and get it. The nice thing is, of course, we are now making RoboPorts out the yang. So we're one step closer. And you know what, just while we're at it, let's grab a pile of them. Let's grab another pile of these. So this has been like a whole lot of setting up all of these different factory areas, but the way I see it is get our infrastructure out of the way, get it done, and then we don't have to worry about it, and we can really kind of concentrate on what we really want to do, which is expanding our rail lines and things like that. We don't want to go down too far that our whatchamacallit gets in our way. Although, no, I don't want to. I was thinking what I could do is bring this down here, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to waste that much of our well, actually, no, because we could maybe run it. Yeah, we can run it next to that, and we can come right up there, I think. And then, can we fit it through there? Potentially we could fit it through there. So let's do that. Alright, let's come across here. Where are our pipes? There's our pipes, or our elbows. Right there. And we'll put a pipe in. We'll come right down here. Oops. Got that one's in the way. Right? Right. Okay. And we could probably, yeah, right there. Alright, so now if we come, try coming right down through here, right? Is this what we're going to try and do? Let's go down here and thread the needle. So if we put it, yeah, see, we don't want to line up with any of these other pipes. Maybe we'll bring it, okay, we'll bring it all the way over on the outside here and bring it down. I don't want to have to run the risk of cross-contamination. Alright. So if we bring it right up here. Alright, so just past that pole. Right there. Put in another elbow. And run this on down. Of course it is. That's okay. Just because we can go that far doesn't in one pass doesn't mean we should, right? Just because you can do a thing doesn't mean you should do a thing. Alright, so now there is our sulfuric acid. So that's our goes out to there. So if we tap into that, well, you know what? No. We want to tap from the tanks. That's what happens when you stand on the belts. Alright, so that brings us up to there. So we'll have to jog it across that. Of course it is. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? Right? There we go. Alright. Because we can't fit an elbow in there. We'll do that. There to there to there. There and there. Alright, so we got sulfuric acid coming up. So now we have lubricant coming up, we got sulfuric acid coming up, and that's not lining up. Figures. Now that's why, you know, that's why we didn't complete it all the way up there, and we go backwards from the direction we're coming from. So that in theory, we can avoid those things being too messed up and causing us too many problems. So now let's try it. And probably what happened is I probably ran into a telephone pole, and that telephone pole caused me to shift positions. Alright, well, ain't gonna make it. There we go. And this will give us two things. This is going to give us our batteries for our yellow science, but it is also going to give us our batteries for our robots, because we need batteries for robot frames as well. high can we go with this one? Can we go all the way up there and catch both sides? No, but what we can do is we can come down here. You know what? And if we, no, because that's frack. I was hoping, well, we gotta do it anyway because we got one more row to catch. I was hoping to be able to catch as many with as few as we could, but you know, life is life. Fa la 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 la. So if we put it here, yeah, we'll put them there. And then the next ones, if we come up there, that should catch everything else. All right, let's see if that works. And again, we'll tap it from next door over here. Right, right. So now let's tell it we're making batteries. Batteries. All right. Right? And now all we got to do is turn on the acid spigot. And that should start pumping us out. There we go. We got batteries. We got batteries all the way up. Are you guys not making batteries? What are you missing? Oh, sulfuric acid. Oh, okay. That's an easy fix. I bet you're making batteries now. Yep, everybody's making batteries now. All right. So now there's our batteries. Now we just need our blue chips. Now blue chips require two things: an acid. So, and they can be made in our blue assemblers. So we're okay with that. Before we get too far though, let's do this. Might as well make a copy of this. And yes. And now this one should be this setup that we already just have. Only instead of being copper plate and iron plate, it is actually blue circuits and red circuits. We are, however, going to remove our poles from the mix. Oops. Not our assemblers, our poles. Right, right. And then we're going to tell it blue circuits And then we're going to rotate that way. Alright, and then we're going to face that one that way, that one that way. And we're essentially doing the same thing that we just did with the chem plants. Right. So now, boink, 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 boink. And this time, theoretically, we won't forget to hook up that one. For this, what we might do is this. Right there, maybe. Okay, well, not a problem. That's what these are for. Right? Bada bing, bada boom. Oh, and you know what? That was dumb. Because it comes up on this side. So we don't even need to do that. I'm not a smart man, Jenny. There we go. Now they've all got that. Without a lot of that hoopy foopy having to move things around stuff. Right? Right. Okay. So we'll put that down. Now we need green circuits, red circuits. So red circuits is there, green circuits is here. We will tap this here. And bring it across here. Figures. So we'll bring it across there. Oh well. Best laid plans of mice and men, right? Belt, belt, belt. So that gives us that one. Tap that one here. That's life. Our ratios are way different, but you know, we'll deal. We'll accept it for what it is. Right? Right. So now, if we sit this here, and we sit this here, and then we sit this one here, we do the same thing at the next one up. And there we go. Now we should be starting to produce blue circuits. All right. Once this gets backed up, it'll catch up. We probably should have used the dual input blueprint, but you know, we'll live. It just won't be as fast as we'd like it, but we'll live. Okay, so there's that. One last thing for this go round is going to be our speed modules. Now those are equal, so we're okay. And we will put that sucker in right here. And what we do need to build, if we can, because we are out of those poles. Come on, finish us up. Is that all of it? Yep, that is all of it. So now, even though it's going to put a little bit of a crimp in our style, at the end of the day, we only need as much as we need. And this is going to be for research stuff. Duh. You know what? Tank will be nice. Let's research the tank. Let's go over here and get ourselves some more belts. There we go. That ought to keep us in belts for a little bit. You don't realize until you're setting it up just how many belts it takes for one of these little factory things, and that's what really kind of sneaks up on you. Let's see. Follower count. What is this? Discharge defense. Meh. I want nuclear power, but that's 1,000. I'm going to see if we can get some of this other. Well, this all requires. Well, oh wait, we can do purple. The only thing we can't do is yellow right now, and we're fixing to be able to do yellow. Yeah, we'll do the worker bot cargo size because we're going to start back on railroad construction again anyway, which is all going to require bots of considerable carrying prowess. Now we need to tell these guys we want speed modules. And then I got the power. Boom, 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 boom. Why are we low on power? Why are we not producing? Why are we not producing down there, folks? Have we added that much? Or did we interrupt our coal supply somewhere along the way? You know, I bet we interrupted our coal supply somewhere along the way. Man, I'm glad I saw that light, because that means all our lasers are down and everything else. So either we are down on coal, and we have coal. What are you guys missing? You got water. You got coal. Did we clip a line somewhere? And not put it back? We must have clipped a line somewhere and not put it back then. Alright, let's see where our electric is and isn't. Well, now wait, we got... I'm confused. Alright, that's producing. Why is it showing that our steam engines are not part of this grid? Alright, that goes there and stops there. Oh, shiza. Alright. That's where our problem is. And one of the things we need to do is we need to start looking at, and there would have been an easier way to do that if I had just done this. Yeah, see, there's our break right there. We need to start. Apparently that one line is the only thing feeding our base. So we need to fix that issue, because that is unacceptable. We're going to have to throw in redundant lines. Now, how about now? Yeah, there we go. Now we're okay. Yeah, I hear you, alarm. I have a meeting this afternoon, so I'm gonna have to get my butt in gear here shortly. Alright, so we apparently clipped the line. We're gonna have to worry it. We're gonna have to go through and take a look at the overall and get ourselves set up with redundant lines, so that that doesn't happen again. I'm glad we spotted that though, because that would have sucked. Although our solar panels were picking it up during the day. The other thing we're going to do, and I'm going to do this off camera, is where we need to increase is we need to increase our accumulators. And since we only have one more science to build here, we are going to use this area here for our accumulators. We're going to put in a field of accumulators in. I'm going to do it off camera because it's just boring. And I'm going to do it up there. So that's that. Let's go ahead real quick, get this going. So purple science, nope, I'm wrong. Yellow science. So we need 4 items for yellow science. All right, so we need our blueprint with 2 input lines. We're going to put it right here. I think that will work it just fine. You know what? Let's start mining productivity. We can't do it yet because we need the purple science, or the, well, no, we got purple science. So we can't. Mining research. There we go. We can get that one started. We can't get any yellow started. All right, so there is our yellow science. Let that build that. Alright, what are we standing in the way of progress of something here? Is that what's going on? Alright, so this is going to be yeller. Urinalysis bottles. Right, okay. And let's bring science to our lab. So we want to, just tell me what you want, what you really want. 2, 3, 4, 5. This will be number 6. So we want it to go onto this belt, I guess. Yeah, we want it to go onto that belt. So let's back that up. Let's put it underground right here. There we go. And then let's route this. Right. So now, what do we need? We need the 3 things that we just built: batteries, processing units, speed modules, and then we need a crap ton of copper cable. Well, copper cable, I do believe we have somewhere around here, don't we? Seems to me We have a line of copper cable somewhere. No, yes, maybe. Alright, fine. We have copper. Not a problem. Let's bring the other two up first. Or other three up first. So, batteries. Bring our batteries up to here. And then we'll bring this on up. Where's our... There we go. Good enough. Excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. Right, so... Give ourselves some working room. Man, sorry about that. Oh, goodness. Oh. Comes out of nowhere sometimes. Alright. Alrighty. So there's that, and then we need to bring over our speed modules. You know what? Let's not be too stupid about it. Alright, so we need copper cable, right? Can we belt inserter? Dagnabbit. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, beep, 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 beep. I hear ya. Is there anything we can double up on here? Put that down there. Go over here and pick these puppies up. Alright, there we go. Alright, so now if we do this, if we run this copper cable just far enough to give us some room for some factories. Right? Okay. Now that, we need to run that up one higher. We'll run it up two higher. Just to be on the safe side. No reason not to. Right? Okay. So now, do we have a chest on us? Yeah, we got one of these. We can use one of these. Or a couple of those. Let's put these in there, these in there, these in there, this crap in there. Let's see if that gives us enough. Oops. Yeah, that ought to give us just about enough. Alright, so now if we do that, these are going to stack on the far side as belts are wont to do. And then well, screw it. Maybe we'll put another one in. Just because it's all about balance. And then we want these on this side, right? And that's all going to go on that side. And then if we put that there, there, then all we should have to do is that. Now we should be making yeller science. And if, oh, you know what? We're going to save these blue chips, because we're going to need these blue chips. What are we waiting on? We're waiting on speed modules. Why are we still waiting on speed modules? Oh, because we're just not producing them fast enough. Well, there was a yellow science, though. I saw it go by. Alright, so we got what we need. Speed modules are just going to be a little slow to produce, because why? Because we are being held back on red circuits, and we're being held back on red circuits. Why? Probably because we're not producing enough, and we're not producing enough because we're not producing enough green circuits. We're gonna have to make a couple more green circuit factories, clearly, but this will all get caught up, and this and that and the other. So there we go. But now we have our yellow science, so that should leave us train signals, robots, red and green wire. I made a list, so I'm reading off my list. Pump jacks and robot frames and any other speed modules or production modules we need for now. Now, when we start getting our nuclear program, then we're gonna have to build some stuff for that and what have you. But for right now, we are pretty close to having everything made that we need to have made. So we can't complain about that. I mean, we're doing all right, guys. Let's start mining productivity again, and we'll go from there. All right, so you know the deal. Mash the like button, mash the subscribe button, and yell and scream at me if you want to. All right, I'll talk to you later. You guys have a good day. Bye.